here's the real answer for all of you. Like, what were you thinking? Like, really, how many years have you gone through the holiday season? You buy things that people can't even remember that you got them a year later. You're in credit card debt again, and now you're asking me, have any advice? I have to tell you, yeah, just don't do it again. Pin up your credit card statement from this last December and look at that come November next year and go, is this really worth it? But here's what you should do. Go to all the people that you get these gifts for and ask them what you gave them 1 year ago. And I will bet you any amount of money they cannot remember what you got them. But you're still paying for it. So if you really want to be respectful to yourself, just don't do that. And here's the other scoop, people. You give a gift to somebody that you can't afford. Then they feel guilty and give a gift back that they can't afford. Now you both have credit card debt, and really, it's just ridiculous. So don't do it. There's 3 laws of money, and really they are: 1, you are to live below your means, but within your needs. So just because you have the money and you can afford something doesn't mean you should do it. So you live below your means, but within your needs. How do you do that? Every time that you buy something, ask yourself the question, is this a need or is this a want? If it is a need, what's a need? Need is buying food at a grocery store. What is a want? Want is buying food at a restaurant. If every time you ask yourself that question, you only buy needs, you'll be amazed at how much more money you have. And the third one, which answers your question, you need to get as much pleasure out of saving as you do spending. Why do you get all this pleasure out of buying something and impressing people that you don't even know or like with money you don't even have? So start taking that money and looking at it and going, yeah, I saved this. Not where go on to automatic and you don't even know what you've saved, but oh my God, I saved an extra $50, an extra $100, because Bobby, if they could just understand what $100 a month could add up to over time. So listen to this, people. Let's say you're out there and you're 25 years of age, and you start saving $100 a month today, and you put it into a Roth IRA. Do you even know what that is? You should. Anyway, you put in a Roth IRA every single month until you are my age, you are 65 years old. Do you know in 40 years, with average market returns, you will have $1 million. But you say to yourself, $100. What's $100 a month is $1,200 a year. What if I start at 35? $1,200 a year for 10 years is only $12,000. What difference can $12,000 really make? If you start at 35 rather than 25, you'll have only $300,000 when you are 65. Those years cost you $700,000.
Boy, that's so important to share with our kids, isn't it?
Yeah, right?
Gosh, wow. So is there a better way for us to track and know our credit score? Because that's so important to know.
Well, what's really interesting is you can't turn on TV today and not see creditkarma.com. But what you have to understand is this. The only credit scores that really are looked at by who? By the creditors are what's known as FICO scores. If you get a score, like from creditkarma.com, and I love them to just check it out, but you have to go to myfico.com or get a Discover card where they give you your FICO score. You have to know your FICO score, because your credit score, nobody looks at your credit score. They're only looking at your FICO score. So the best way to do it is, and it costs you money. Or open up a Discover card. What do you care? And get your FICO score every month for free. That's what I would do.
I like it. So we have a question from Kate. Thank you for sharing. Kate wants to know, what is the smartest way for her to start saving for her son's college?
Oh, Kate, what's funny is I wish you were here and you could talk to me right now, because my question back to you is, you want to save for your son's college education. Kate, do you have credit card debt? Probably. Do you have an 8-month emergency fund? Probably not. Are you fully contributing to your retirement account? I didn't think so. And yet you're asking me what's the best way for you to save for your kids' college education. If you do not have financial outlook, which is you don't have credit card debt, you have an at least 8-month emergency fund, you're fully funding your, your retirement accounts, you own a home, you own your car outright, everything is together. If you have all that going for you and your job is secure, okay, the best way to fund your child's college education is through a 529 college savings program. Go to savingforcollege.com. Joseph Hurley is the nation's expert on it, and that would be the best way for you to do it. However, Kate, if you don't have all those things, the best thing you could do is forget saving for your kids' college education. Save for your own future retirement. You have got to say no out of love for yourself versus yes out of fear that your kid will not love you. If you're going to buy a car and you don't have a lot of money, the best kind of car you should buy is a used car. A new car for you, but a used car. Why? Because a new car, the second that you drive it off the lot, depreciates 20 or 30% in value. Now, why does that matter? I'll tell you. Because if you insure that car, no money down, you get to buy it. Fine, no problem. And it's a $20,000 car. And now you drive it off the lot. It's depreciated 20% right there, which is $4,000. It's now worth $16,000. You drive 2 blocks, you're hit by a bus, total the car. All right, you're safe, everybody's okay, but you're not financially safe. Why? Because your car insurance policy will only pay you for the current value of the car. The current value is only $16,000. You owe $4,000 to the car company, your finance company, because they're only going to give you what it's worth. So you don't have a car and you're $4,000 in debt. So do me a favor, buy a used car. And if you're going to finance a car, you are only to finance it over 3 years. If you have to go 4 years or more to afford the finance payments, you are buying too expensive of a car. So the biggest mistake that most of you make in life is you take a loan from your 401k. If you're currently working, you cannot just take money out of your 401k. You have to take it out by a loan. If you do it as a loan, it's a huge mistake, even though you think you're being smart, because you're paying yourself back an interest rate on it. You're not, even though you are, you're not. Remember, when you take a loan from a 401k, you've never paid taxes on that money. You have 5 years to pay that loan back. When you pay it back, you're paying it with after-tax money. Then later on in life, when you go to withdraw that money again, guess what? You pay taxes again. You've now just volunteered for double taxation. What are you, nuts? You'd be far better off taking money out of a Roth IRA, because any money that you put into a Roth IRA, you can take out without taxes or penalties, regardless of your age or how long that money has been in there. It's just the interest and the growth on that money that you don't want to touch until you're 59 and a half.